A summary of the Book of Esther. Chapter 1. King Xerxes, also known as Ahasuerus, was the most powerful man in the world. In the 3rd year of his reign, he invited the nobles and princes to a feast, which lasted 180 days. King Xerxes ruled over the empire of the Medes and Persians, which stretched over 127 provinces from Ethiopia to India. Living in his empire were many Jews. In the 3rd year of his reign, the king gave a feast for all his officials and servants which lasted 7 days. There were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with fine linen cord to silver rings. There were beds of silver and gold on pavements of red, blue, black, and white marble. Everyone drank from cups of gold. Queen Vashti gave a party for the women in another part of the palace. At the end of the 7 days, the king, who was drunk, ordered his 7 servants to fetch Queen Vashti so he could show off her beauty. But they reported back that the queen refused to join him. The king was furious. A law was made and read aloud throughout the land that all wives must honor and obey their husbands. A summary of the Book of Esther. Chapter 2. Who would replace Vashti as queen? A search took place throughout the land for the most beautiful young women, and they were brought to the palace under the supervision of Hegai, the king's servant. Working in the palace was a Jew called Mordecai. Mordecai had a cousin named Esther, also known as Hadassah, whom he had brought up because her parents had died. Esther was a beautiful young girl and chosen to join the other contestants at the palace for 12 months of beauty treatments. Mordecai advised her not to tell anyone she was a Jew. Of the many women chosen, Esther was the one the king loved most, and she was crowned as queen instead of Vashti. A feast was given in her honor. But she told no one she was a Jew. A little while later, Mordecai was guarding the king's gate and overhead 2 servants, Bigthan and Teresh, plotting against the king. Mordecai immediately warned Esther of the plot, and she told the king. The 2 plotters were arrested, found guilty, and hung on a tree. Their plot was recorded in the Chronicles of the king's reign, where it was noted that Mordecai had uncovered the plot.